It is Friday. Today's Friday or Thursday? Today's Friday, September 2nd. It's about 9 a.m., something like that. September 2nd, 2022. My wife is out with me. She loves to see the animals. Unfortunately, her health doesn't allow her to. Oh, here comes Mrs. Sheep. Miss Sheep. Give me some lambs, you'll become Mrs. Sheep, okay? You're gonna give me 2 beautiful ewe lambs? I don't have any food. My wife was bribing them. It is raining. It's been raining off and on for a while. So. Whoa! My wife likes to collect the grasshoppers and give them to the chickens. She got angry at me for getting animals. And the source of her anger. No, don't reel it in all the way, Jade. Just leave it there at that post. Just reel it into that post. Don't let him cross the wire. There you go. Yeah. She got angry at me because she was having joint problems. And she wasn't a happy camper when it came to going outside and moving around and stuff and other issues. And she loves animals. So she got angry. Yeah, they have tons of flies. The flies are back. Anyway. We got a 1/4 inch yesterday. All day yesterday. This is probably the best pasture in my entire field right now. It doesn't get much better than this. You can see the grass is, maybe a good 6 inches deep. And let's go see what they did at the last pasture. She's collecting those grasshoppers. I don't know where your bottle is. Anyway, this is the last pasture, and they've skipped a lot of grass. This is a little patch here they missed. I'm just at the entrance here. So, the Judy rule, I'm going to call it the Judy rule. And everything that Judy tells me to do is the Judy rule. Greg Judy says they should eat about 80%. And then you move them, right? That should be about what happens. That 80% represents the fact that they were able to eat continuously as much as they wanted. It represents the fact that they are actually having some impact on the soil. Too much land, too much grass, and they're not touching enough, and the grass isn't getting the benefit. Because the grass needs to be touched, needs to be trampled on, and needs to be chomped. But too little, on the other hand, means that the cows are either not getting everything they can get out of it, or they're coming back a second time for a second bite, which each bite takes about 1/3 of the grass. And so you're down to, 50%, which is not good for the grass. The grass wants to be cut at 30%. Everybody pretty much knows that. If you cut grass at 30%, the grass is healthier. Comes back quicker and stronger. And this is what I wanted to see. Lots of green grass that isn't touched. Look at that patty. That's almost standing on its own. This means they need a little more protein in their diet. Okay. There's some kind of fly. No, that's a beetle. There's a beetle on that patty. Let's see if we can zoom in. There's a beetle doing something. Hopefully it's a dung beetle. This is probably a calf doing their business. But you want the patties to be a little bit runny. Like, these are pretty good patties, I think. These are really good patties, actually. These patties are making me very happy. The runniness indicates either they have worms, parasites, or look at this with the little hole in the middle. That's like what Greg Judy calls the perfect patty. But it represents either that they have parasites or they're eating plenty of protein. And if the patties stand up, kind of like the poop emoji, that's a sign they're getting not enough protein in their diet. So this one kind of stands up. This cow is not getting quite enough protein. Which isn't bad, it's just not ideal. So this cow could have done with more protein as well. Anyway, so yeah, this is what I wanted to see. This is like the perfect paddock. And so I expect to be able to come back here, assuming the rains continue and the warmth continues. It doesn't get cold because this is warm season grass. I expect to be able to come back here in 6 weeks, maybe even. Some people are saying like 2.5 weeks is all the warm season grass needs to recover. So I could probably come back here in 3 weeks in ideal conditions and graze this again, and the cows would have more than enough to eat. So the cows are happy. Happy, happy cows. This is what I wanted to see. This is exactly the paddock that I want.
You know, grasshoppers, they can't jump high.
Yeah?
Because it's rain.
Yeah? I think it's also too cold for them. Let's go look at your grasshoppers. Show the internet your grasshoppers, Jennifer.
Why?
Because they want to see. Let's look at our grasshoppers. Yeah, chicken food.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Let's take a look at some of the cows and how they're doing. This is number 6. She's a good cow. She's got quite a bit of flies. It's not terrible though. That's a young bull calf. Half Charolais is number 20. You know, I think with grass like this, I don't even need to set up a back pasture. So I don't even need to stop back grazing because they're not going to make it to the back pasture. You know, they're going to eat all this grass and sit down and chew their cud. And then I'll be back in the evening for another move. So they won't even think about going back. This is like perfect. This is utter perfection. So I don't know if I'm going to set up. I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to take the wire down and not worry about back grazing. Let's look at some more cows here. We call this cow Speck for obvious reasons. She's a beautiful longhorn. Look at those horns. She has the eyeliner. There's blue and red. I tell people when they first see blue, I say, that's blue. And they only see a gray cow, but then I point to it and say, no, that's blue, that's blue. Eventually like, yeah, it's blue, I can see it. Which makes me wonder if blue's a real color. There's red. Red's doing okay. Blue's doing pretty good. Red's doing okay. This calf here is doing okay. It's a little heifer calf. I can see the teats. Okay, this one, she had a red spot in the back here. I wanted to see what that was about. Does she have some kind of infection or something? Huh. What to ask. Let me take a picture of that. Let me get behind you. Okay, ready and step. There. Hopefully that's a good picture. She's had that for a couple days. You can see this calf on his tail. I think that's a heifer calf. It's not a he, but you can see the fat on the tail. Let's go find 21. Yeah, 21's right here. I can tell because she's fat. So that's the tail of a fat cow. You can see there's folds of fat underneath the tail. You know, if I were to harvest a steer, I'd want the steer to look exactly like that before I harvested him. So, anyway, the calves are doing well. Be careful, the cows are pushy, Jennifer. Watch out, 20's super friendly.
Yeah.
You keep feeding her, she's gonna keep coming. All right, guys, signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye.